Alrighty, it's Friday the 27th of June, I believe. Yeah, the 27th. Exactly 31 days from the start of my, what do you call it, shopping to get a top put on the boat. 31 days. Nothing in the boating world is fast. Yeah. I'm driving down the road. Alright. Bye. Alright. That was my dad calling to tell me, come pick me up.
Hey guys, this is Eric from the Eclipse, one of the new owner operators here. I wanted to go over some simple things about fishing aboard a big boat. One of the most important things we talked about is bait selection, and then the next thing is about how to actually fish on the boat on the appropriate side, and how to not interfere with the whole process of everyone's lines getting tangled and all that. So the first thing is, we talked about, you're gonna grab your bait, you're gonna pin it on. If the boat is drifting this way, you're gonna be starting on the opposite side. You can only fish on one side of these boats while they're drifting. If it's anchored, that's a second thing. But while they're drifting, if it's drifting this way, you can only fish on this side of the boat. If it's fishing this way, you can only fish on this side of the boat. And we're gonna talk about if we're drifting this way. You would pin on your bait, you would go to this corner right here. There should be nobody here because they should all be fishing from here to there because the boat is drifting this way. You would grab your bait, put your reel in free spool, either cast it out a little bit if you can, or drop it in and the current would take it. Now, as the boat's drifting this way, everyone is going to be moving. So you'd be starting here and walking up the rail. The boat's drifting this way. Everyone comes behind you. You always want to keep your lines tight. No angles, no tangles, the old saying. And one of the most important things I see people mess up on is they just sit there and talk to their buddy and they're just letting it out. You actually have to feel the bait. You have to let it take line off the spool. You have to feel the wiggle or your line's not going to be straight. So as you're walking, the boat's still moving this way, drifting. You're slowly doing what's called the tuna shuffle. You're walking up the rail, letting line out, feeling that bait swim. The guys are all coming in behind you. New guys are putting baits in and walking up the rail. And typically, if you haven't got a bite By the time you're up to the bow, it's a perfect time to wind in and grab a new bait and start the whole process over again. We would love for you to come aboard the Eclipse with me and Captain Jeff Walker, and we can show you these tips and teach you some secret tips. You can find us at fisheclips.com, on Facebook at Fish Eclipse, and Instagram Fish Eclipse. The season's starting to slow down, but we have plenty of trips running out of Seaforth with a lot of room. Please come out and fish with us. Thanks, guys.
Hey guys, today we're in Long Beach, California at Marine Shipyard. And this is a shipyard I bring my boats to and I have service done on it. Standing next to me is the manager of the shipyard. Hey Tony, how you doing?
Good to see you.
And Tony's going to share with us something you should look for or things that people do wrong on their boats. And there's lots of reasons of bringing a boat into the shipyard for regular maintenance. And then there's disasters where people just don't care about their boat, don't service them, don't watch them. They just let them rot out, basically.
Basically.
Yeah, so what do we have here, Tony?
So this is like a perfect example of not taking care of a vessel. Being a wood boat, wood boat owners, they should be maintaining their vessel. Obviously, this boat hasn't been maintained in several years, so obviously.
What are some of the signs of that?
Signs, obviously, cracking in the wood, lack of bottom paint on the boat, any kind of deteriorated wood, things like that. So it's just, it's essential that you maintain a vessel.
And these are actual holes going into the boat?
Going into the boat, yes.
Don't they know water can go in here?
I would hope so.
And I've never seen a boat with this many worms on it.
In Southern California right now, we have really warm water, so this is a problem. Divers hate the worms. That's where bottom paint is essential to have to protect the boat, whether it's wood, fiberglass, metal, any kind of boat.
And if the owner of this boat had just done the basics, take the boat out of the water once a year, at least every other year, get bottom paint on it, none of this would have happened?
With periodic maintenance, no, this would not happen. Be diligent, take care of your boat, perform scheduled maintenance, and yeah, you shouldn't have this problem.
Yeah, so for this guy, if he would have just done the maintenance, put fresh bottom paint on it, checked the hull every once in a while, now he's looking at a really expensive boat charge.
Yes, very expensive.
Very expensive. And all this wood's going to have to come out.
Yes.
And who knows what damage is done inside the boat too.
Yes.
All right, just a little tip, guys. If you don't maintain your boat on a regular basis, this can happen. This is an extreme, but this can happen. And like Tony says, here in Southern California, the water's so warm, a lot of growth on the boats. You really have to take care of your boat. If you're not quite sure what you need to get done, call the shipyard here in Long Beach, California, Marine Shipyard. Talk to Tony and his staff. They'll be glad to consult with you, let you know what you need to do, and they're really upfront about giving you pricing on the types of services they offer, and they run specials too.
Yes.
They do a lot of winter specials and stuff like that. All right, thanks, Tony.
Thank you.
All right, that's today's little blog here at the boatyard. I'll talk to you all really soon.